Looks like it's freaking raining up ahead or foggy or something. I don't know what the deal is with that. Big old cloud bank. I gotta remember how to ride this bike again. I haven't rode the Beta in a while. The Beta 500cc freaking monster. With brand new oil in it. I just changed the oil and I haven't even ridden it since I did that. Brand new oil in the engine side and a brand new filter, and then brand new oil in the tranny side as well. And it feels good. It feels like it's running really smooth, and it feels like it's shifting really smooth. Clutch feels really smooth. Love having fresh oil in a bike. I wanted to show you guys another close call that I had. It was definitely a legit freaking close call. Like a car just came right out of the carpool lane over the double yellow, and I was splitting lanes in between the carpool lane and the fast lane, and they just came right over, and I was like, whoa. I had to like get like, you know, like try to get out of their way, and I was hard on the brakes at the same time, and it worked out good, you know. Like I avoided an actual crash, you know, like I didn't actually fall down, you know, like fall off of my bike or anything like that, and I didn't even really feel like I was going to, you know. It didn't really feel like all that sketchy of a situation, you know. Like to me, if I'm like looking to change lanes and I look up and the car in front of me stopped and I'm like, oh crap, that to me is so much scarier than what happened here. But I figured I'd show you and let me know what you think. Fuck. Dude, you fucking dickhead, dude. So that's what happened, and I didn't road rage out on the guy. I slowed down, and I was gonna let him get next to me, but then I just gave up on it. I was like, forget it, you know, like what am I gonna do if he gets up next to me, you know? Like I'm not the type of person to smash someone's mirror off or anything like that. And it's like, you could like flip your visor up and start yelling at them or whatever, but it's like I don't think they'd really be able to hear me, you know. And it's like they know what they did wrong, you know, obviously. I'm just glad nothing bad happened. And I kind of like having close calls like that, because especially that, because I've never had that happen before, and I've always wondered how it would feel, or you know, like just for something like that to catch me by surprise and show me how that feels, you know. And like now I have that experience, you know, and luckily I didn't go down, you know. It's like they say, like any landing that you can walk away from is a good one, you know. Like I kind of think that's the same thing with like close calls. As long as it's a close call and it's not a freaking crash, then it's like, I guess you're good. It was a good experience for me because now I know what it feels like if something like that happens, you know. Like the next time that happens, I know it's happened before, you know, and it doesn't feel as scary as the first time. And that guy, he came over really fast, and he kind of slowed down. Like, I mean, once he realized that he was basically like touching my leg, he was like, oh crap. And I could tell he was like, whoa, like he didn't want to go into the lane, you know, and he slowed down and let me get past him. But it was sketchy, dude. It was, you know, he could have hurt my leg very easily, but at the same time I really didn't feel as sketched out as I thought I would. You know, I was more angry than anything else, and I had to really like check myself on that and control that, because at first I was like, you fucking asshole, you know. Like I was like, I could totally understand why people smash cars' mirrors off, because when someone does that to you, you're just like, holy crap. It just puts you on the freaking alert, dude. It's like a wild animal instinct, man, you know. It like takes you back to the freaking predator and prey shit, man. And it really set me off, and I had to really just like take a deep breath and be like, okay, just keep going, Dave, you know. Don't slow down, don't be stupid, you know, like basically is what I told myself, is just don't be stupid, just keep on going. He obviously didn't mean to, you know, the only reason he came over is because he didn't see me, you know, like I'm sure if he saw me, he would have gone like, oh crap, back into his lane, you know what I mean? So, give him the benefit of the doubt. And the one thing that I definitely learned, from this situation, like looking at the video over and over, is I was going way too fast. I was going way too fast versus the speed of the cars that were standing still on the left of me. I was splitting lanes at a little bit too high of a rate, you know what I mean? I was just going probably like 10 mile an hour faster than I should have been. And if I would have been going 10 mile an hour slower, it wouldn't have been near as sketchy. And I probably would have been able to just be like, boo, and slow down, you know, and let him go in front versus having to actually swerve around him. You know what I mean? Like it would have given me that much more time to react to what he did just by going that much slower. So that's the lesson that I learned. You know, and it's like my MSF instructor told me, you know, he's like, anytime something happens, he's like, you can't blame that situation 100% on the car. You know, it's like there are definitely things that you could have done to avoid that situation. And it's like, yeah, I definitely could have avoided that situation if I was going like 10, even 20 mile an hour slower. That wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have happened. He would have come over, I would have been way behind him. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have been a big deal. You know, I would have had time to see him come over and hit the brakes, and the brakes would have had time to slow me down, and you know, it wouldn't have been like I wouldn't have been next to him. So that's my lesson I learned. So let me know in the comments section what you think about that. And you know, I'm sure stuff like that's happened to you guys before, but that was the first time for me, like commuting, splitting lanes on the freeway. That was the first time that ever happened. So leave me a comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace out, guys.